Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red. This Monday morning, rainy and although not too cold, pray that God's blessing would be upon you as we begin this new week. Matthew chapter 13, long chapter, Matthew chapter 13, verses 31. And Jesus begins a new parable today. An insight into the kingdom of God. And Jesus often would talk about the kingdom of God. And in 31, we can read these words. He says, he presented another parable to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. So the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed that a man took and sowed in his field. Now, interesting, Matthew is a Jew and he doesn't use the word kingdom of God like Luke when he refers to the kingdom. He uses the word kingdom of heaven. And the reason for that is because as a Jew, the name God was so precious to the Jewish nation that you couldn't flippantly use the word God because it was too holy, too precious. It was held in high esteem. It was held in a way that sort of was respected and in awe of. And I got myself thinking last week about this sense of being in awe of God. You know, there is a kind of a flippancy about how Christianity is drifted into being mates with God, being pals with God. Now, God is my best friend. He is my pal. You know, I talk to him more than I talk to anyone else. But there's something about sliding into just not seeing God in the awesome way that we need to see him. And there is a danger of us losing respect for God. But Matthew represents God in this way, the kingdom of heaven, as opposed to the kingdom of God. And so he says, there was a man and he had a mustard seed. And this mustard seed gets sown in his field. And the mustard seed really is the representation of the kingdom of God. So the mustard seed is like the kingdom. And the reason why it's like the kingdom is because it's a very small thing that happens, but it grows into something really significant. Now, the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of God is really the reality of God's will being done in a particular place. The whole of Jesus' ministry really was a representation of what life could be like if we would live under the king's rulership. See, God is a king and he rules everywhere. And he's got a kingdom and it looks like God. And what he's looking for is subjects to live in his kingdom. Now, these subjects need to also look like God in order for them to be able to live there. And the trouble is that the humanity that he created doesn't look like God. It's got too many flaws. But Jesus provided a way to sort the flaws out so that we can change and recover from what we became to what he intended us to be. In fact, what he made us to be in the beginning, but we lost. But in Jesus, we can get back again so that we can live in his kingdom with a great king who rules. Monday's gone. Bless you. See you Tuesday. Take care.